The NBA's grueling 82-game regular season is now just a memory. Those fortunate enough to make it to the NBA's second season, the playoffs, will for the next month strive for the league's coveted crown. Fans from coast to coast can be sure of one thing: their favorites have come to play. Once again, TBS will be the eyes and ears of the NBA playoffs as our coverage begins tonight with a doubleheader. In Game 1, it's the Cavaliers versus the Bulls in an Eastern Conference battle. The Cavs' rising stars are led by talented Brad Doherty. The Bulls by Michael Air Jordan. In our second game, the mailman, Karl Malone of the Utah Jazz, will try to deliver a crushing blow to the Portland Trail Blazers. And Clyde, the Glide Drexler. So stay with us for the best in NBA action as our playoff coverage takes off. Next.
All right, Kip.
TBS Sports presents the NBA Playoffs, America's Game. Tonight's game is brought to you by Miller Brewing Company, sole sponsor of the U.S. Olympic Training Center, and by Honda, who invites you to experience the all-new Accord Coupe at your local Honda dealer.
Along with Rick Barry, this is Bob Neal. Hello, everybody, and welcome to playoff action. Tonight, Eastern Conference NBA playoff action on TBS Sports, the eyes and ears of the NBA playoffs in 1988. A standing room only crowd here at Chicago Stadium between two teams that are improved. Cleveland won 11 more this year than last. Chicago 10 games better. And these two teams finished regular season play dead even. Each team winning 3 games, both teams getting a road victory against the other. And believe me, it's the most even series to begin the first round of the NBA playoffs of 1988. First of all, for the Cleveland Cavaliers, on a roll at home, they won their last 7. They've won 11 out of the last 13 games. And if they have a real plus, it's their veteran coach, Lenny Wilkens. He's coached more than 1,200 games, won more than 600, and Lenny Wilkens won an NBA championship in Seattle in 1979. In the middle of the year, Cleveland traded for Larry Nance from Phoenix. A lot of people criticized that trade, but now Nance is adjusting and playing oh so very well for Cleveland. For the Chicago Bulls, of course, you mentioned Michael Jordan, NBA's leading scorer. Michael Jordan also led the league in steals and in so many other intangible ways, and he's playing as well as he's ever played, the front runner for the MVP award in the NBA. And Charles Oakley rebounding so very well. He'll be matched with Nance often tonight, and that's a very interesting, diverse matchup there. But Rick Barry, we've talked about the faces and the facts in this game, in this series. What's your opinion about what's really going to happen?
Well, Bob, I think that as so often happens in playoff competition, injuries can prove to be a key factor, and that's, I think, going to be the case in this series. Both teams have key players on the injured list. Now, you've got, first of all, for Cleveland, Ron Harper. He's not even suited up, will not play tonight. That will not hurt Cleveland all that much because Craig Elo and Del Curry fill in admirably. They also beat Chicago last Friday night without Ron Harper. But for Doug Collins and the Bulls, it's a different story. One of their key players has been Horace Grant. He hurt his ankle in that game against Cleveland last Friday night. He's operating at about 75% efficiency. If he is not capable of playing up to his potential, Doug Collins faces a major problem in adjusting his lineup. It takes a lot of the versatility of the Chicago team away. So the key may very well be, Bob, how well somebody like Brad Sellers can play, or also Scottie Pippen.
We'll be back here for the lineups and the tip-offs in a moment, but now back to our studios in Atlanta and Craig Sager.
Well, thank you very much, Bob and Rick. Cleveland and Chicago, the first of at least 25 playoff games here on Superstation TBS. Game 2 a little bit later. A Western Conference series between Utah and Portland. And at halftime, between games or if a situation warrants, we will go live to the other 2 playoff games tonight, Washington at Detroit and Houston at Dallas. An exciting doubleheader again tomorrow. We have Boston against New York and the defending world champion Lakers against San Antonio. The Atlanta Hawks host Milwaukee tomorrow night. Hawks coach Mike Fratello will be with us in our studio this evening. Also with us, Roy Johnson, who at halftime of Game 1 will explain the contract settlement between the owners and the players. But that's at halftime. Up next, it's Cleveland against Chicago.
the stadium where in just a matter of moments the playoff campaign will begin for these two teams. The Bulls finished their year at 50-32, third best of the Eastern Conference with a home court record of 30-11. The Cavaliers finished at 42-40 in the sixth spot in the Eastern Conference with a road mark of 11-30. The officials tonight are Jack Madden and Hugh Hollins, and Bruce Alexander will be the alternate. Of course, next year, as part of the new basic agreement just put together by the NBA, the owners and the players, there will be three-man officiating crews in the National Basketball Association. To which I say, amen. Cavs are in their traveling blue with the orange numbers, the white letters, and the orange, white, and blue trim. The Bulls are in their home whites with the red numbers and letters and the red, black, and white trim. Larry Nance will jump center floor. The Cavs will go from left to right on your radio dial as we begin the playoffs. They've come 82 games to get to this point in the season, and it's just like starting all over with a lot more intensity. Sellers jumps with Nance. The opening tap grab by Doherty. The Cavs start with the ball. Brad Doherty on the left wing to Price. Price takes it out on the left side against Sam Vincent. The bounce to Sanders, top of the key. Off of the right side to Nance into Doherty. Doherty turns around, pops it up and in, and the Cavaliers have the first 2 points of the ball game. Bulls come the other way. Vincent into the forecourt of the right wing. Vincent outside the three-point arc on the right sideline against Price. Vincent comes around to Corzine, picked to the top of the key, stops at the line, 15-footer good. Oh, the ball game is tied at 2. Price to the left wing to the left sideline for the Cavs, and out front to Doherty. Doherty top of the key. Doherty off of the right side to Larry Nance. Nance against Sellers, makes his move into the middle. Nance puts up a 6-footer, and it's in there. Hung it on the front of the rim, and it dropped in, and the Cavs go back on top 4-2. Feed down the left side to Jordan, goes into the circle, lost control of the ball, goes out on the right side to regain control, works right of the lane, baseline jumper across the rim to Elo. Elo for the Cavs down the floor. Cleveland leads 4-2. Elo on the right wing, stops, deals to Nance. Nance right side of the forecourt. Nance against Sellers again, works his way into the lane, fakes, shoots, air ball, grabbed by Jordan. Jordan comes down the floor into the forecourt of the left wing. Jordan on the left side against Elo. Back out to Vincent. Vincent goes to the line, another 15-footer, good again. Oh, Vincent with 4, and the Bulls tie the ball game at 4 with 10:29 to play in the first period. Price out front, gives to Doherty, three-point arc, top of the key, right side. Price from 20 feet, in and out. Rebound, Elo taps it up and in. Elo with a fine rebound return, and the Cavaliers take a 6-4 advantage with 10:08 to play in the period. Vincent brings the ball into the forecourt. Vincent between the circles, stops, goes left side to Jordan. Jordan against Elo, into the lane, forces the shot off the rim and out to Doherty. Doherty in the backcourt, dribbles ahead, gives the ball to Price. Price into the forecourt of the right wing. Price cuts toward the circle and back out on the right side. Price changing hands on the dribble, whips the ball into Doherty. Doherty right of the lane, turns on Corzine, double team, bounce underneath the Nance. Ball comes out on the left side to Sanders. He drives in and puts it in.
Basket by Mike Sanders.
So Sanders scores, and the Cavaliers lead 8-4, 9:32 to play in the period. Vincent on the left wing, bounce down the left sideline to Jordan. Jordan back out to Vincent on the left wing. Back into Jordan, spins around Elo and goes to the hole. Jordan gets his first 2, and the Cavs lead 8-6. 9:17 to play in the period. Price forecourts for the Cavs, takes the left-hand dribble between the circles, works around Sanders on the right side. Elo lobs the ball into Nance, back out to Elo on the wing from 18, off the rim, no good. Ball comes out to Sellers. Sellers hands the ball to Vincent. Vincent comes into the forecourt, left of the circle for the jump shot, good. Vincent with 6, and the Bulls come right back and tie the ball game at 8. 8:49 to play in the period. Price right wing, out front to Doherty. Alley-oop inside to Nance, takes it back out on the left. Nance left side of the forecourt, out front to Doherty. Doherty at the top of the key, shoots off the back of the rim, no good. Nance with a rebound, knocked away by Jordan, picked up by Elo, drives and scores with a left hand. Elo with 4. Cavaliers 10-8. 8:29 to play in the period. Into the forecourt comes Vincent. The Cavs lead by 2. Vincent between the circles against Mark Price. Gives it right of the circle to Jordan. Jordan around Oakley at the line. Pivots, holds on to the ball. Jordan still hanging on. Bounce off left side. Vincent jumper, no good. Whistle foul. And a loose ball foul on Charles Oakley. So Oakley with the first foul of the ball game, and the Cavaliers have the ball. 10-8 Cleveland, 8:11 to play in the period. Price walks the dribble up to the timeline, then comes into the forecourt of the right wing. Price outside the three-point arc, dribbling with the right hand. Whips the ball inside, a deflected ball, comes back out front to Doherty. Doherty whips it into the middle, knocked away by Vincent. Grabbed by Jordan. Jordan comes down to the circle, drives to the hole, lays it in, and he's fouled. Jordan with 4 to tie the ball game at 10, and a free throw to go with it. Foul is on Sanders, his first, Cavs first. Jordan on the free throw line. 10-10 tie, 7:51 to play in the first period. Michael's free throw is good. That's 5 for Jordan. And the Bulls lead for the first time, 11-10. Price into the forecourt. Price against Vincent. Stops, bounce to Nance. Nance out of the top of the key against Sellers. Nance then drives down the lane against Sellers. Hooks it over his head on the back of the rim. No good. Nance got it back. Fights it back up. Put it in, and he's fouled. Larry Nance with a great second effort shot. The foul is on Sellers, his first. That's the Bulls' second. Nance puts the Cavs back on top. He has 4. He'll look for 5 at the line. 12-11 Cleveland, 7:34 to play in the first period. Nance ready, aims and fires, good. Well, Larry Nance has 5 points, and the Cavaliers have a 13-11 lead. Ball got away after the free throw, a momentary delay to retrieve it. Hugh Hollins gives the ball to Oakley. Oakley into Vincent, and Vincent will bring it ahead against Mark Price. 7:29 to play in the period. The Cavs lead by 2. Left side Vincent into Corzine. Back to Vincent on the three-point arc into Corzine. Corzine turns baseline. 6-footer up around the rim. No good. Rebound swatted back to Corzine. Ball knocked free, and a foul has been called on Mike Sanders. That's Sanders' second foul. The Cavs' second foul was a team, and Brad Sellers right in front of us will inbound the ball to Vincent. Vincent gives the ball to Oakley in the circle. Off of the left wing, Jordan open for the jumper, nails it. Michael Jordan has 7, and the Cavaliers and the Bulls are tied at 13. Price out front, right side to Elo. Elo sideline right, lobs out front to Price. Price on the left side, Sanders from 18 feet, drills it. Mike Sanders with 4, and the Cavaliers are on top, 15-13. Vincent on the right wing against Price. Stops, and Price took the ball out of his hands on the shot. Ball knocked away from behind by Jordan out of bounds. It'll be Cavs ball, but right now a timeout called for the Bulls. 6:44 to play in the first period. The Cavs 15, the Bulls 13, and we will take this timeout. Mine 13, 6:44 to play in the first period. The Cavaliers have hit 7 of their first 12 shots. The Bulls 6 of 10. Cavaliers with an early 5-3 rebounding edge. In the season series between the two ball clubs, the Bulls dominated the rebounding on an average of 47-36.5. They outshot the Cavs 49% to 45%. John Hot Rod Williams checks into the Cavalier lineup. 11 a game against the league, 8.5 a game against the Bulls. It'll be Cleveland ball. 6:44 to play in the period. Cavaliers will be home for game 3 of this series next Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. Into the forecourt comes Craig Elo. Elo against Jordan. Off of the right corner to Price. Price against Vincent. Price then works to the wing up with a jumper. Good. Mark Price with his first basket. The Cavaliers are up 17-13. 6:25 to play in the period. Into the forecourt, Vincent bounced down the right side to Sellers. Sellers right side of the forecourt. Sellers gives to Jordan into the lane, bangs it off the rim, no good. Rebound Elo. Craig Elo heads the other way into the forecourt. Elo on the right wing against Michael Jordan out front to Doherty. Lob into Nance. Ball knocked away, taken down by Oakley and thrown away. Elo the steal. Elo bounce over to Nance, drives and scores. Nance with 7, and the Cavs open up a 6-point lead at 19-13. 5:53 to play in the first period. Vincent to the left wing against Price. Vincent stops, looks, gets it outside to Jordan. Jordan between the circles. Jordan back on the left sideline to Vincent into Oakley. Turns on Hot Rod, 8-footer, beauty. Oakley with his first 2. And the Cavaliers' lead is cut to 4, 19-15, 5.5 to play in the period. Price on the right wing against Vincent. Price dribbling with the right hand. Price looking, takes his dribble out front, give to Hot Rod top of the key on the left side to Nance. Nance moves on Sellers. He spins, goes to the hole. Sellers blocked the shot. Sellers outside to Vincent. Vincent over the timeline into the circle. Nance pokes it away. Vincent picked it back up and goes left side to Oakley. Oakley gives to Vincent. Vincent on the left side of the forecourt. Inside to Jordan, an offensive foul has been called on Michael Jordan. An offensive foul as he accepted the pass. So Jordan with his first foul, that gives the ball back to Cleveland. Cleveland 19-15. Left side Larry Nance. Nance holding the ball over his head, gives it out front to Price, gets away from Jordan, drives the lane, scoops it up on the rim, bounces in. Price with 4, and the Cavs lead 21-15. 4:47 to play in the first period. Left wing Vincent across the top of the key. Vincent back on the left wing. Sellers open 15-footer, no good. Rebound Oakley. Oakley left of the lane, out front to Vincent. Vincent then drives the middle. Nance fouled him. Basket good. Vincent with 8. He'll look for 9 at the line. The foul on Larry Nance. So the little man from Michigan State took it into the tall timber. He was whacked by Nance, but he managed to get the ball to drop in the hole. 21-17 Cleveland, 4:33 to play in the first quarter. Vincent's free throw is good. Now Vincent with 9 already, and the Cavaliers lead is 3, 21-18. 4:29 to play in the first period. Price to the forecourt to the left wing against Vincent. Price sideline left into Doherty. Doherty left of the lane. Bounce out to Hot Rod. Comes down. Feeds it left corner. Elo fires and hits. Greg Elo with 6. And the Cavaliers are back on top by 5 at 23-18. 4:10 to play in the period. Vincent brings it to the forecourt for the Bulls. Vincent between the circles. Over to the right wing. Vincent stops. Gets the ball into Corzine. Corzine right of the lane against Doherty. Back out front to Vincent, back into Corzine. The turnaround shot bounces off the rim to Hot Rod, and out to Elo. Elo comes over the timeline into the forecourt. Elo on the right wing, 3:48 to play of the period. Craig Elo at the top of the three-point arc, goes right side, Price up with the 18-footer, good. Mark Price with 6. The Cavaliers go up 25-18, 3:36 to play of the period. Left wing Vincent. Vincent across the top of the key against Price to the right wing, down the right side to Jordan. Jordan stops right of the lane, goes into the middle, put up a shot blocked by Hot Rod, grabbed by Jordan, put it back in. Jordan banked home the return and has 9, and the Cavaliers lead 25-20 with 3:17 to play of the period. Into the forecourt. Right side to Nance, back to Price. Price down the right side, back out to Doherty from the free throw line. Shot around the rim that spins off to Hot Rod. Hot Rod double pump, back up and in. Hot Rod Williams gets his first 2, and the Cavaliers lead 27-20 with 2:57 to play of the period. On the right wing, Sam Vincent. Vincent on the three-point arc. Vincent comes around to Corzine, pick out front for the jumper, good. Sam Vincent with 11, and the Cavaliers lead 27-22. 2:42 to play in the first quarter, and the Cavs take time. Timeout, 2:38 to play in the period, 16 left on the shot clock. The Cavs lead by 5, and we will take this timeout. Cavaliers shooting 13 of 20 for the field. The Bulls 10 of 18, and the Cavs with an 8-6 rebounding edge. Cavs remain with Elo and Price of the guards, Nance and Williams of the forwards, and Doherty at center. And the Bulls come away from Doug Collins with John Paxson and Scottie Pippen into the ball game. Pippen at 8 a game against the league, 5.5 against the Cavs, and Paxson out of Notre Dame, 6'2", 8 a game against the league, 7.5 a game against the Cavs. Cavaliers with a 27-22 advantage, and Del Curry is coming up to the table, but he's not coming into the game. He'll wait a little longer. Hot Rod will inbound the ball to Elo. Top side to Doherty. Doherty on the three-point arc. Doherty holding the ball over his head, right of the lane to Nance. Nance turns on Pippen. Back out to Doherty. On the left side to Hot Rod. Ball knocked away by Oakley. Oakley with a steal. Gives the ball to Vincent. Vincent coming into the forecourt of the left wing. Vincent then cuts to the circle. Stops. Back out to Oakley from the top of the key. Fires off the rim. No good. Corzine with a rebound. Corzine back outside to Oakley. Oakley hands behind her to Vincent. Vincent between the circles. Vincent with 2:08 to play on the period, around to the left side. Vincent stops, gives it topside to Pippen. Pippen at the top of the key, right wing to Paxson. Drops the ball into Oakley. The 10-foot turnaround off the rim and knocked outside to Hot Rod. Knocked around again and ricocheted off Elo and out of bounds. So the Bulls get a break and the ball back. Here's Del Curry into the ball game for the Cavs. Del 10 a game against the league, 11 a game against the Bulls, and Elo sits down with 6. Pippen will inbound to Vincent. Vincent outside the three-point arc. Topside to Oakley. Hands it back to Vincent. Vincent left of the lane. Turnaround fadeaway shot off the rim. Rebound run down by Price. Price takes the ball into the forecourt. Price scoops it off to Nance. Nance left side. 15-footer over the hoop and an air ball to Oakley. Oakley in the backcourt gives to Vincent. Vincent takes the ball up in the backcourt into the forecourt. Vincent dribbling with a right hand gives the ball to Pippen. 1.5 to play in the first quarter. Pippen to the top of the three-point arc on the right side. Paxson drives into the circle out to Pippen from the top of the key. Shot didn't go. Rebound grabbed by Corzine. Brought it down on his knees. Lobs it back out to Paxson. Give to Pippen. Pippen fires underneath to Oakley. Oakley in the middle. Fouled. No whistle. Ball pounded on the floor and the missed shot. Whacked out of bounds by Corzine and goes back to the Cavaliers. Horace Grant checks into the ball game. 7.5 a game against the league, 7 a game against the Cavs. Oakley sits down with 2 points. Phil Hubbard will be on shortly. 27-22. And don't be surprised if Phil Hubbard does not play a big role in this first round. Doherty on the three-point arc. Doherty feeds into the left corner. Curry from 20 feet. Drills it. Oh, my. Curry with a cord scorcher out of the corner. 29-22 Cavs. Hold the horn, and now what? Shot clock. 53 seconds to go in the quarter. It shows 22. And they want something taken off. Down to 20 seconds. 53 seconds to play in the period. 20 left in the shot clock. Bulls ball. Cavs lead 29-22. Pippen to Paxson. Gives the ball to Vincent. Vincent between the circles to the right wing. Vincent on the right sideline, the lob to Corzine. Corzine in the lane. The fadeaway 12-footer didn't go, but Doherty will be called for the foul. Well, Brad Doherty picks up his first foul. And the Cavs with their 4th as a team. Phil Hubbard into the ball game. Phil checks in. 8.5 game against both the league and the Bulls, but he had his best night of the year against Chicago, 25 points. The free throw for Corzine rattles the rim and goes in. Corzine has his first point of the ball game. Big guy shooting in the upper 70s from the free throw line. 29-23 Cleveland. 43 seconds to play in the first quarter. Second one no good. Rebound Hot Rod Williams hands the ball to Price. Price of the backcourt. Takes the dribble up to the timeline into the forecourt of the left wing. Price sideline left outside the three-point arc. The bounce into Doherty. Doherty double team back to Curry. Top side to Hot Rod. Hot Rod down the lane, threw it behind his back and walked with the ball doing it. 29-23 in favor of the Cavs. 28 seconds to play of the period. Pippen into Vincent. Vincent will bring the ball up to the timeline into the forecourt. Vincent dribbling with the right hand. 20 seconds to play, 16 on the shot clock. Vincent watched the clock tick down. Bounce on the right side to Scottie Pippen. Pippen against Hubbard. Now to Paxson in the circle. The shot is up off the front of the rim. Grabbed by Price with 9 seconds. Price over the timeline into the forecourt. Price then cuts to the circle, left to the lane. Price stops, feeds to Hubbard. He goes to the hole, put it up on the rim. No good. And the first quarter is over. At the end of one period of play, the Cleveland Cavaliers 29, the Chicago Bulls 23. End of the first quarter. They will start the second period with Paxson remaining in the ball game at point guard, and Michael Jordan, who got a bit of a breather just before the end of the first period, back in at the other guard position. Dave Corzine will remain in the ball game at center, and a pair of rookies at forwards, Horace Grant and Scottie Pippen. Craig Elo returns for the Cavaliers with 6 points. Del Curry is the other guard. Brad Daugherty is the center for the Cavs, and Hubbard and Hot Rod Williams are the forwards. Bulls ball, Paxson out front, off to Grant. Grant feeds it down the right side to Pippen. Pippen on the right side of the forecourt. Bounce under to Michael Jordan, who slams it home. 11 for Jordan, and the Cavs lead 29-25. Curry into the forecourt of the left wing. Curry between the circles. Stops. Looks, lobs it off the hand of Williams, picked up by Jordan. Jordan comes over the timeline. Jordan going to drive it into the middle, scoops it up. Good. Michael Jordan with 13, and the Cavs lead cut to 2 at 29-27. Elo into the forecourt. Elo with a basketball on the wing. Elo to the left sideline. Stops out front to Daugherty. Daugherty top of the key, threw it away. Grabbed by Paxson. Paxson comes out of the backcourt into the forecourt to the circle. Gives the ball for the shot. Good. Timeout, Cleveland. The Bulls come away and score a quick 6. 10:56 to play in the first half. The game is tied at 29, and we will take this timeout. Well, the Chicago Bulls have come out and scored the first 6 points of the second period to tie the game at 29. Curry brings the ball to the timeline into the forecourt against Paxson and out front to Daugherty. Daugherty on the three-point arc, off of the right wing to Elo. Elo into Curry, back out to Elo. Top of the key, shot block, grabbed by Jordan down to Pippen. Pippen driving on Elo, who steals the ball. Elo skids on his knees, picks up the ball, bounce back to Curry. Curry takes it over the timeline, forecourt, right side, hot rod from 15, good. That gives the lead back to the Cavaliers. 31-29, 10:24 to play in the first half. Right side, Michael Jordan. Jordan lobs the ball under to Pippen. The alley-oop ricochets. It goes to Horace Grant, and he walked with the ball, trying to get down the baseline to the basket. Sanders coming in now for the Cavaliers. Sanders in. Elo right wing out front to Daugherty. Daugherty top of the three-point arc of the right wing to Sanders. Sanders against Horace Grant. Bounce inside to Hot Rod. Pippen came around him and stole the ball. Pippen takes it into the forecourt. Cavs lead by 2. Right side, Jordan drives inside, puts it in. 15 for Jordan, and the Cavaliers and the Bulls are even again, this time at 31. Elo takes it into the forecourt. 9:44 to play in the period. Elo works over to the left wing, stops the bounce into Hot Rod, back to Elo, out front to Sanders. Sanders faked the shot and walked with the ball. Charles Oakley in for Corzine. Oakley in with 2 points and a foul. Larry Nance will be into the next opportunity for the Cavs. Oakley also has just 2 rebounds thus far. Paxson topside to Jordan, around on the right side to Grant. Grant on the right side of the forecourt, deals to Paxson. Paxson out to the circle, give to Jordan. Jordan fakes against Curry, puts up the shot. No good. Rebound off the hand of Daugherty out on the sideline to Pippen. Pippen drives inside, put it up at the rim. No good. Up and in on the rebound. I think it's Oakley. No, they're going to give it to Grant. All right. Grant with a basket. If it is, it's his first. Into the forecourt. Daugherty. Daugherty top of the key. Daugherty gives the ball to Curry. Curry on the right wing. Ball goes inside to Hot Rod. Baseline 6-footer. No good. Rebound Pippen. Pippen in the backcourt. Comes ahead on the dribble. Gives to Paxson. Paxson lobs underneath. Jordan slams it home. 17 for Jordan, and the Bulls go up 35-31. Elo to the timeline into the forecourt. Off to the left side to Hot Rod Williams, out front to Daugherty. Daugherty on the three-point arc. Daugherty cross court, right wing Sanders. Sanders drives into the middle, put up a shot and foul. That'll put Sanders on the free throw line. The foul is on Grant, his first. Change for the Cavaliers. Daugherty and Curry sit down. We've got Price back into the ball game with 6 points. And Larry Nance has returned. Cavs are down by 4, and Sanders' first free throw rattles the rim. No good. Sanders looking for his 5th point of the ball game. 35-31 Chicago, 8:22 to play in the first half. Sanders hits the second free throw for his 5th point, and the Cavaliers are down by 3, 35-32. Paxson takes it into the forecourt between the circles to the right wing. Down the right side to Jordan, drives inside, slams it with the right hand. 19 for Michael Jordan, 10 in the period. 37-32, and the Cavs take a 20-second timeout. Cavs take a 20 with exactly 8 minutes to play in the first half, and the Bulls are leading 37-32. Hey, the Cavs invite you to save up to 10% on season tickets for the 1988-89 season. You can get in on the early bird season ticket invitation by calling 659-2140 now. Season tickets must be reserved by June 30th. Take advantage of the early bird savings. 37-32, the Cavaliers trailing by 5. They had a 6-point lead at the end of the first quarter and could not hold it. Cavs operating with Price and Elo at the guards. Sanders and Williams are the forwards, and Nance in center. And the Cavs with the ball. Sanders looking, lobs out to Elo. Elo between the circles. Elo dribbling with the left hand. Top of the key, stops, lob to Nance. Nance right of the lane, goes in on Horace Grant, doubled by Jordan, flips it up on the rim, no good. Ball slapped outside in the corner to Sanders. Sanders down the baseline, put up a deflected shot, and it went in. So Sanders has 7, and the Cavaliers close it down to within 3 again at 37-34. Paxson right wing out front to Oakley, drops it in the middle of Grant. He turns, fumbled the ball, picked it up, put it up on the rim, fell off to Hot Rod. Hot Rod Williams to Elo. Elo brings the ball up to the timeline, through the center circle into the forecourt. 37-34, the Bulls by 3. 7:19 to play, first half. Right side Price. Price from 20 back out to Elo, unloads a 20-footer, in and out. Rebound grabbed by Grant. Grant out to Paxson. Paxson into the forecourt for the Bulls. Drives by Price. Stops right left of the lane. Back out to Grant. Gives to Paxson. Paxson down the left side again. Now to Grant. Grant at the free throw line over to Jordan. Puts it up. Good. 21 for Jordan. 39-34 Bulls. 6:50 to play in the first half. Price takes the ball into the forecourt for the Cavs, dribbling with the right hand. Price three-point arc, gives to Nance. Nance at the top of the key against Grant. Nance then drives down the lane, puts it up. Shot was blocked by Jordan. Ball comes outside to Paxson. Paxson into the forecourt. Left side, Jordan up with a jumper, good. Jordan with 23, 14 of them in this period. It is 41-34 Chicago. Into the forecourt, Price on the right wing. Price dribbling with the right hand. Gets by Paxson, and Paxson trying to block him, fouled him. So Paxson picks up the foul. That is his first. That's the Bulls' second as a team. Washington with an early 15-12 lead at the Silverdome tonight in a playoff game. Sanders near side of the forecourt to Elo. Elo right side against Jordan. Elo back out to Nance. Nance feeds it into Sanders. The ball got away from him, baseline, and they'll give it to the Bulls. 6:07 to play in the first half. The Bulls 41-34. Pippen will take it ahead into the forecourt. Scottie Pippen greeted out front by Sanders. Works to the left wing down the left side. Pippen flips it up across the rim. No. Oakley's tap. No. Ball tapped up again and in. Now we'll see who they give that to. There were about 4 Bulls and Hot Rod Williams all slapping at it, and it's Horace Grant giving the basket. He has 4 points. And with this, a whistle and a foul on Scottie Pippen. So Pippen picks up his first foul, third of the Bulls as a team. Hot Rod replaced by Brad Daugherty, who's back in with only 2 points and a foul. 43-34 Bulls with their biggest lead of the night. Sanders out front to Daugherty. Daugherty on the three-point arc. Daugherty hanging onto the basketball, left wing to Elo. Back out front to Daugherty. Daugherty top of the key. Off of the left side to Elo. Elo sideline left around to Daugherty. Pick goes out to the circle, comes down the lane, scoops it up with the left hand to Sanders, and the ball slapped away and out of bounds off Jordan. 43-34. The Bulls leading by 9. Cavs with the basketball, then Corzine will return to the ball game. Corzine in with 1 point, and Horace Grant sits down with 4, and he's been a force on the boards here in the second period. Into Wheelo, back out front to Price between the circles. Price at the top of the key. Paxson goes for the steal. Couldn't get it away. Price knocked to the floor, but he got the ball to Sanders, who popped the 15-footer. So Sanders has 9, and the Cavaliers close back to within 7. Paxson to the other end on the right wing to the top of the key. Packs into the circle. Right side, Jordan. Jordan on the wing. Unloads. Good. Jordan with 25, and the Cavaliers trail 45-36. Price to the key, down the left side to the baseline in the corner. Back out to Sanders. From the top of the key, he shoots. Good. Sanders with 11, and he is keeping the Cavs in the neighborhood right now. 45-38 Bulls. 4:48 to play in the half. Paxson gives to Oakley. Oakley drops it off to the left side to Pippen. Left of the lane, bank shot, no good. Rebound Doherty. Doherty outside to Price. Price over the timeline into the forecourt of the left wing, down the left side. Price baseline, throws it up as he goes off the rim. No. Nance follows and scores. Nance with 9. Cavs trail 45-40. Bulls take time. 4:27 to play in the first half. The Bulls 45-40, and we will take this timeout. Well, the Cavaliers, who shot a very impressive 14 of 23 in the first quarter for 61%, have managed to hit only 5 of 12 in the second period. The Bulls, by the same token, 10 of 24 in the first quarter, but they blazed away for 11 of 18 in the second go-round. And the Bulls
is acclimated to us offensively as well as defensively. And once that happened, the players began to see what type of players they were and what they brought to the team, and the chemistry became very good. And
point guard with the 11 points. Pippen with the basketball, whips it into Corzine, muscles to the basket, missed the shot, tip up by Oakley, no good, but hold the horn, offensive goal interference, and the ball goes back to the Cavaliers. Bulls 45-40, 4:13 to play in the half. Price will bring the ball up to the timeline, through the center circle into the forecourt. Cuts over to the left wing. Price on the left side against Vincent. The bounce into Doherty. The turnaround 10-footer across the rim. No. Nance slaps it, but grabbed by Jordan. Jordan with the basketball brings it into the forecourt. Jordan goes down to the circle. Michael Jordan right of the key. 15-footer. Good again. Michael Jordan with 27, and the Cavaliers are down 47-40 with 3:43 to play in the first half. Price on the right wing. Price right sideline, feeds to Wheelo. Wheelo in the corner. Back out to Price on the wing. He drives to the circle. Bounce over to Sanders. Left of the key. Shoots. Shot didn't go. Rebound Jordan with a one-hand stab of the rebound. Into the forecourt. Jordan on the right side against Elo. Drives inside. Put it up. It didn't drop, but he was fouled on the way, and the foul is on Elo. Craig Elo picking up his first foul, and the first in the Cavs in the second period. Horace Grant back into the ball game with 4 points and a foul. Scottie Pippen sits down scoreless, and Michael Jordan goes to the line. Jordan has 27 points in the ball game thus far. 47-40 Chicago. Jordan's first is good. 28 for Jordan. 9 in the first quarter and 19 in the second period. 48-40 Chicago. 3:23 to play in the half. Jordan again. Good. So Jordan with 29, and the Cavaliers trail 49-40. 3:19 to play in the first half. Price right side to Sanders. Sanders right side of the forecourt against Grant. Sanders takes a couple of bounces, and Grant steals the ball. Ahead to Jordan. He has Elo to beat. Nance from behind knocked the ball away. Chicago with a basketball. 49-40 Chicago. Bulls ball inbounding right of the basket will be Horace Grant. Grant looks, flips the ball into Jordan. Jordan against Elo, right side. Puts up the 12-footer across the rim, no good. Rebound Horace Grant underneath to Oakley. Fights it up, no, but a foul is called. Foul will be, I believe, on Brad Doherty. It is. Doherty picks up his second foul. That's the second of the Cavs as a team. Here comes Hubbard back into the ball game. Phil back in scoreless. Sanders sits down with 11. 49-40 Chicago. And at the free throw line, Charles Oakley. Oakley with a basket for 2. Puts the first free throw up and in, and that gives the Bulls their first 10-point advantage of the night, 50-40. 2:56 to play in the half. Oakley, line to the left. Measures it, shoots it, got it. Now Oakley with 4, and the Bulls take out a 51-40 advantage. On the right side, Elo. Elo, top side to Price, drives the lane, runs into Corzine, lost the ball. Elo picks it up, back to Price, baseline right, 15-footer good. Mark Price with 8. Cavs down 51-42, 2:37 to play in the half. Into the forecourt, Vincent. Vincent on the left wing. Vincent with pressure from Price, speeds it down the sideline to Jordan. Jordan left side of the forecourt. Jordan still on the left. Jordan stops, pumps, gives the ball to Oakley. Back under to Jordan. Put it up. No. Rebound off the glass on the floor. Grabbed by Doherty. Doherty clears the ball out to Price. Price over the timeline. Feeds left side. Hubbard drives in. Puts it up. No good. Elo slaps it out to Price. Unloads. Rim no. Rebound Vincent. Loose ball foul. Bulls. Loose ball foul on Horace Grant. That is Grant's second and the Bulls' 4th team foul. End of 1. It is Washington 21, Detroit 20 at the Silverdome. That will be a war. Hubbard into Elo. Elo on the left wing, 51-42. Chicago by 9. Elo off of the left side to Price. A whistle and what? Got Vincent holding off the ball. So Vincent picks up his first foul, and it puts the Bulls over the limit. Cavs get a break, and Price will go to the free throw line. Mark Price with 8 points in the ball game, shooting free throws for the first time tonight. Shot 87% of them during the regular season. 51-42 Bulls. Price free throw is good. That's 9 for Mark Price. Cavaliers trailing by 8, 51-43. Price ready again. In and out, back in. 10 points for Mark Price, and the Cavaliers cut the Chicago lead to 7. 51-44 with 1:58 to play. On the right wing, Vincent against Price. Stops, gives it out front to Grant. Grant, lob off on the left side to Oakley. Oakley out on the left wing into Grant. Grant left to the lane, turns back out to Corzine. Top of the key, hits. Corzine with 3, and the Bulls lead 53-44. Price on the right wing. Bounce inside intended for Doherty. Kicked by Vincent, and the Cavaliers get the ball. Well, they say it was off the leg rather than off the foot, so there's no reset of the shot clock. They leave it at 17. Hubbard into Elo. Out on the right wing to Price. Price across the top of the key. Left side, Elo from the corner. Good. Craig Elo with 8, and the Cavaliers cut it down to 7 again. 53-46 with 1:20 to play in the first half. Vincent brings it to the forecourt of the left wing. Vincent working against Price, dribbling with the right hand. Stops out front to Grant into the lane off of the right side. Oakley from 15. Shot didn't go. Ricochets outside. Grabbed by Doherty, but he lost it. There it goes into the corner. Picked up by Grant and back out to Jordan. 1 minute to go in the first half of the Cavs trail 53-46. Jordan then makes his move to the line, into the lane. He spins, he hooks off the rim. No, Nance the rebound. Nance down the floor to Price. Price going to drive it in, give to Doherty. Slams with a right hand. Brad Doherty with 4, and the Cavaliers close to within 5. 47 seconds to play in the first half, and the Chicago Bulls take their 22nd timeout. Hey, when the playoff series continues at the Coliseum Tuesday evening at 8, the first 10,000 fans will receive a free Rowdy rag. 53-48 in favor of the Bulls with seconds to play in the half. Well, we understand from the usher standing right behind me, Tim Bimmerly, that very good friend Teresa McCumbers dialed into the broadcast back tonight in Cleveland, Ohio, and we wish her well. Washington 26-20 now over Detroit in the second period, and the Mavericks have an early 9-8 lead down at Reunion Arena against the Houston Rockets. It will be the Bulls with the ball. Brad Sellers returns to the Chicago lineup, scoreless with a foul. Sellers into Jordan. Jordan in the backcourt against Elo. Jordan and Elo coming one-on-one to the timeline. Nance back there to help out. Jordan on the left wing. Comes around to Corzine. Pick goes to the circle. Jordan's jumper off the rim. No good out to Elo. Elo hangs on and gives the ball to Price. 53-48. Bulls by 5. Into the forecourt, Price on the left wing. Price to the left sideline. 21 seconds, 14 in the shot clock. Price still on the left sideline, looking for Doherty. Pick gets it. Drives to the circle, out to Elo on the right wing. 7 on the shot clock. Pass inside to Hubbard. He spins, hooks it up with the left hand across the rim. No good. Rebound Oakley. 8 seconds and out to Vincent. Vincent over the timeline into the forecourt of the left wing. Vincent runs into the lane. 10-footer off the rim. No good. Ball bashed away, and that's the end of the first half. At the intermission, the Chicago Bulls 53. The Cleveland Cavaliers 48.
Stay with us when we go to our studios. It's Playoff Central with Craig Sager coming up in a moment.
Jim, they played an excellent first quarter, moving the ball around very well. We'll get a first example of it on a jump shot by Larry Nance.
Well, Larry, you know, they're leaving him one-on-one against Sellers. I don't think Sellers came back after this run. Nance just had his own way with him.
Most of the first half, Brad Sellers was on the bench, at least from the midway point of the first quarter until late in the second quarter when they were looking for an outside shot. Quite simply, as Jim indicated, Larry was not somebody that Sellers could handle all that well, so they decided to go with Oakley and Grant and Pippen and try and become a little more active that way. Cavs were also very active in terms of team defense, and the guy who had a great first quarter providing the defense for the Cavaliers was Craig Elo. His second quarter, there wasn't much anybody could do against Michael Jordan, as we'll show you momentarily. But in the early part of the game, you were commenting, Jim, about
health insurance that comes with good neighbor service. Check with State Farm. Your agent can tell you about health insurance the State Farm way. Up-to-date protection at a good price. Plus
steals, and he's always there, you know, and every time you look around, you know, there's Craig Elo.
Able to do in the first half. I mean, his line was really fantastic, scoring all of those points after being quiet. 29 points, 13 for 22, 4 rebounds. He was the one that got the crowd into it. Then the defense for Chicago came along. Here's an example of what he was able to do individually. Paxson will get the ball into him as Elo goes for the steal, gets out of position. Jordan, with his great quickness to the basket, coming over to help out. A little bit too late. Larry Nance as Jordan takes it home. But he also did it for him defensively and helped him a lot. Now keep an eye on Michael Jordan in this play. Of course, number 23 in the right part of your screen. You're going to see him right over here on the right part of your screen, being able to go ahead and play good defense as Larry Nance will get the ball in the middle of the court, and he will then be able to drop off of Elo. There he drops back in. Nance goes and makes the move against Horace Grant, gets by him, and there goes Michael as he sees it developing for the help, the block, and now Oakley with another rebound, kicks it out quickly to Paxson. Jordan circles behind to fill the lane on the left side. Elo's late getting to him, and Michael finishes it off for 2 of his 29 points. But that's the type of game Michael's had thus far.
3 more by Elo, and for the Bulls, their leading assister is Paxson with 4. Vincent and Grant each with 2. But it's ready for the second half in Chicago, and the Bulls will start it with a 5-point advantage, 53-48. The officials again tonight are Jack Madden and Hugh Hollins. Bruce Alexander is the alternate. They keep a third official on hand courtside just in case something happens to either of the 2 referees working the game. And that will be the case throughout the course of this contest and throughout the course of the playoffs, is what I mean to say. All right, we're ready to go. Cavs start the second half with their original starting 5. Price and Elo at the guards, Sanders and Nance at the forwards, and Doherty at center. And the Bulls counter with Vincent and Jordan at the guards, Oakley and Sellers at the forwards, and Corzine at center, and the Bulls will start with the ball. They will move from left to right on your radio dial. Hugh Hollins hands the ball to Brad Sellers. The Cavs are going to apply some pressure. The ball comes into the backcourt to Vincent, and Vincent will bring the ball up to the timeline into the forecourt against Price. Vincent on the right wing. Vincent outside the 3-point arc, top of the key to Jordan into Corzine. The turnaround shot is an air ball grabbed by Sanders, may have been deflected. Out to Price. Price over the timeline into the forecourt of the right wing. Drops the ball into Doherty. Doherty right of the lane, out of the left wing to Elo. Unloads the 3 on the iron. No, rebound Jordan. Jordan heads the other way into the forecourt of the right wing. Jordan works to the right side of the forecourt against Sanders, goes right by him inside, puts it in. Michael Jordan has 31, and the Cavaliers trail 55-48. Into the forecourt. Sanders on the left side with the basketball. Holds the ball over his head out front to Price. Goes right wing to Elo. Elo off of the right side to Nance. Nance right side of the forecourt against pressure. Goes into the lane for the 12-footer off the rim. No good. Rebound on the baseline. Corzine got it. Lost it, but he managed to bang it off the back of Oakley to Vincent. Vincent into the forecourt. Vincent on the right wing. Vincent dribbling with the right hand. Vincent moves his way to the top of the key. Vincent stops. Deals the ball to Sellers. 15-footer off the rim. No good. Nance with a rebound. Nance out to Elo. Elo into the forecourt of the right wing to Price. Price outside the three-point arc. Gives the ball to Sanders. Now to Nance. Drives the lane. Lays it up and in. Larry Nance with 11. And the Cavaliers trail 55-50. Up to the timeline into the forecourt. Vincent on the left wing. Vincent with the basketball against Price. Goes to the line, into the lane, off of the right side. Jordan. Jordan runs into Nance. Deals it over to Vincent. Pops it up off the rim. No good. Corzine with a rebound. Corzine muscles it back up. No, but a foul this call. And the foul is on Brad Doherty. So Doherty becomes the first player in the ball game tonight to pick up as many as 3 fouls. It'll put Corzine on the free throw line. Corzine with 3 points in the game, 1 for 2 at the line. His first free throw is good. He has 4, and the Bulls lead by 6, 56-50, 10-12 to play in the first half. Corzine ready again. Good. No hoop. Substitute throw. Or no throw. Evidently, what do we got here? It's a double lane violation. So the free throw does not count, leaving the score at 56-50, and it will be a jump ball that's center floor. Sellers and Nance, a double lane violation. You don't see many of those. The tap won by Nance, taps it to Price. Price into the forecourt of the right wing. Price outside the three-point line, dribbling with the right hand. Flips the ball to Sanders at the line, down the middle, up with the left hand, around the rim, in and foul. Sanders with 13 will look for 14 at the line. The foul is on Sellers. Sellers, his second foul. Sanders goes for the three-point possibility. He's 1 for 2 at the line tonight. 56-52 Chicago, 9:58 to play in the third quarter. Sanders at the line to the left. Ready? Aims, fires, good. So Sanders with 14 points and the Cavaliers with a 56-53 deficit. Vincent lobs down the right side in the corner to Sellers. Sellers back out to Jordan. Jordan against Elo on the right wing. Jordan then drives into the lane. He spins, fades, shoots, rim, no, rebound, Sanders. Sanders out to Elo. Elo over the timeline into the forecourt. Elo bounces it underneath to Doherty. Turnaround shot on the rim. Bounces off and out to Oakley. Oakley ahead to Sellers. Sellers into the forecourt of the right wing. Turns around. Gives it to Vincent. 56-53 Chicago. Vincent goes to the right wing. Stops into Oakley. Oakley back out to Vincent. Ball knocked away. Grabbed by Doherty. The big guy pounding down the floor. Into the lane. Goes right to the hole and blew the layup. But he is fouled getting there. Foul is on Sam Vincent.
Foul call, Sam Vincent.
Vincent with his second foul.
Doherty.
Second team foul on the Bulls. And Doherty has 2 free throws coming. Brad has 4 points on 2 baskets. He went right in on Sam Vincent and hung the shot right off the front of the rim. But Jack Madden said Vincent fouled him, and so Brad shoots 2. 1 up, 1 in. That's 5 points for Brad Doherty, and the Cavaliers close to 56-54. 9:13 to play in the third quarter. Line to the left, Doherty sights it, shoots it, got it. 6 points for Brad Doherty, and the Cavaliers trail by 1. Ball into Corzine. Corzine takes it into the forecourt. Corzine works to the left sideline, stops, deals it out to Oakley. Oakley thunders into the middle, bounce to Sellers, puts it up and in, and he's fouled. Sellers gets his first basket of the night. He can now look for his first free throw.
The foul is on Craig Elo. That's Elo's second, the Cavs' second. And Sellers goes to the free throw line. 58-55 Chicago, 9:03 to play, third quarter. Sellers' free throw is good. Sellers with 3 points, and the Cavaliers trail by 4 at 59-55. 8:58 to play, third period. Price topside to Doherty, off of the right wing, Sanders. Sanders holding the ball against Brad Sellers. Sanders makes his move to the line, to the lane, forces up a shot on the front of the rim, no good. Rebound, Corzine out to Vincent. Vincent going to drive all the way to the other end, put it up with the left hand and scores. Vincent with 13. Price drives the other way, hooks it up, shot blocked by Corzine. He picks it off the floor. Corzine down the floor to Jordan. Jordan into the forecourt of the right wing, lost the ball. Nance with the steal. Gives to Elo. Elo takes it the other way into the forecourt. Elo on the left wing, and the Cavs take time. Timeout. Cleveland, 8:19 to play, third quarter. The Bulls 61-55, and we will take this timeout. 61-55, Chicago leads with 8:19 to play in the third quarter. Cavs remain with that same five on the floor. Price, Elo, Sanders, Nance, and Doherty. And the Bulls counter with Vincent and Jordan, Corzine, Sellers, and Oakley. Elo will inbound on the near side of the forecourt. Looks, holds the ball over his head, fires it out front to Price. Price outside the three-point arc. Gives to Nance. Nance drives inside, flips it up off the back of the rim. Ball grabbed by Sellers. Sellers out to Vincent, down the floor for Jordan. Stolen by Elo. Nice defensive play. Into the forecourt. Elo over to Price, out front for the three. In and out. Rebound out on the floor to Vincent. Vincent on a 3-on-2 down the middle right side. Sellers drives, missed it. Tip, no, and a whistle and a loose ball foul. Nope, it's a offensive goal interference call and takes any possibility of two away from the Bulls and gives the ball back to the Cavs. Washington 42-38 over Detroit in the second quarter. Houston and Dallas are tied at 29. Into the forecourt. Price gives the ball to Nance. Nance right side of the circle. Nance out on the right side to Elo. Elo sideline right around to Nance, pick to the line. Off left side to Nance. Nance back outside to Price. Price three-point arc. Gives the ball to Sanders. Spins in, turns around and scores. Sanders with 16 points, and the Cavaliers cut it down to 4. 61-57. 7:24 to play in the third quarter. Vincent outside the three-point arc. Gives the ball to Corzine, right of the lane, out on the right side to Sellers, back into Corzine, but a whistle and an illegal defense on the Cavs. Craig Elo, the guilty party. It is the first such call of the night. Bulls get the ball and a new 24-second clock. 7:14 to play, third quarter. The Bulls are leading 61-57. Sellers inbounds to Corzine, out front to Oakley. Oakley top of the key. One bounce to the left wing to Jordan. Jordan against Elo. Jordan makes his move down the left side. 12-footer across the rim. No good. Rebound on the floor. Comes out to Price. Price takes it over the timeline into the forecourt. Price goes to the right wing to the right sideline. Into Doherty. Muscles it up. Puts it in. Brad Doherty with 8, and the Cavaliers close to within 2. 61-59. 6:49 to play, third quarter. Vincent into the forecourt, and the crowd is trying to get the Bulls back in high gear. Vincent between the circles, top of the three-point arc, over to the right wing. Vincent into Corzine. Corzine right of the lane. Corzine back out to Vincent. Vincent then drives inside, flips it up and in with the left hand. Vincent with 15, and the Cavaliers trail 3:59. Elo will walk the dribble into the forecourt, down to 6:22 to play in the third quarter. Elo on the right side. Elo out front to Price. Price top of the key. Price against Vincent, goes by him down the lane, scoops it up, rim rolls off, tipped by Doherty. No, loose ball foul. Doherty on the back of Corzine. And Brad Doherty has just picked up his 4th foul. That is also the 3rd of the Cavs as a team. 63-59, Chicago, 6:09 to play, third quarter. Oakley inbounds for Vincent. Vincent will take the ball to the timeline and into the forecourt. Vincent between the circles. The bounce to Corzine. Corzine down the lane, under to Jordan. The ball stolen by Sanders. Sanders ahead to Price. Price flips to Elo, drives the wing and scores. Greg Elo with 10, and the Cavaliers get it down to 2, 63-61 with Hot Rod ready to come back in. And with this, Chicago takes time. Timeout. Bulls 63, Cavs 61, 5:46 to play third quarter, and we will take this timeout. Back here in Chicago, the Bulls lead 63-61 with 5:46 to play on the third quarter. Scottie Pippen returns to the Chicago lineup. Pippen scoreless with a foul. Hot Rod checks in for the Cavs with 2 baskets and 4 points. They had to get Doherty out of there. He's picked up 4 fouls. Scottie Pippen will inbound for the Bulls. Near side of the forecourt. Gives the ball to Oakley. Oakley sideline right against Nance and back out to Vincent. Vincent on the right wing against Price. Vincent outside the three-point arc. Stops. Deals it out front to Pippen. Into Corzine. Turns to the lane against Hot Rod. Double team. Trying to fight it up, and he was in there much too long. 3-second violation. Gives the ball back to the Cavaliers. 5:31 to play, third quarter. Elo will bring the ball down the floor. The Cavs with a chance to tie. Into the forecourt of the right side, Craig Elo. Elo with a basketball, out to Price. Price checked by Pippen in the circle. Price unloads the jump shot. Good! Mark Price with a dozen, and the Cavaliers have come back to tie the ball game at 63. 5:08 to play, third quarter. Vincent across the circle from right to left. Gives the ball to Jordan. Jordan left side against Elo, runs it inside, put up a shot, blocked by Hot Rod, and they call a foul. A foul on Sanders. So Sanders picks up his third foul. That's the fourth of the Cavs as a team. They'll put Michael Jordan on the free throw line. Jordan with 31 points in the ball game. 3 for 3 at the line. Game tied at 63, and Jordan unties it. He has 32 points in the ball game. 20 of them came in the second quarter. 64-63. Jordan ready again. Rattles the rim with it and in. 33 for Jordan. And the Cavaliers are down 65-63. Into the forecourt, Elo. Elo on the right wing against Jordan. Dribbling with the right hand around the top of the three-point arc. Lob off for the left baseline to Price. Flips the ball to Nance. Nance on the left wing against Horace Grant. Nance down to the baseline. Nance left to the lane, out to Price. Price to the line, into the middle, back over to Hot Rod. Double pump 15-footer. Off the rim, no good. Rebound. Sanders put it up, and he was fouled. They just managed to get that done before the 24-second clock expired. Scottie Pippen with his second foul. The Bulls, 3 as a team. Sanders goes to the free throw line. He has 16 points in the ball game and is at 2 of free throws. 1 up, 1 in. 17 for Mike Sanders. His best night as a Cavalier was 20. 65-64. 4:33 to play. And Sanders measures the second toss good. 18 for Mike Sanders, and the Cavaliers knot the ball game at 65. Vincent in the backcourt. Vincent working against Price, flips it over to Grant into the forecourt of the left wing, down the left side to Jordan. Jordan left side of the forecourt against Elo. Jordan on the left wing, around an Oakley pick, cuts to the circle, stops, gives to Oakley, thunders in, puts it up, no. Ball knocked outside, grabbed by Grant, hooks it over his head to Jordan. Jordan in the crowd, put up a shot, and what do they call? Foul on Sanders. So Sanders picks up his fourth foul, and it also puts the Cavs over the limit. Game tied at 65 with 4:11 to play in the third quarter. Jordan again to the free throw line. Paxson will come on for the Bulls, scoreless with a foul, and Phil Hubbard will come in, scoreless for the Cavs to replace Sanders. Sanders down with 18 points. Jordan on the free throw line, 33 points in the ball game. 4:11 to go, third quarter. The first of 2 free throws is perfect. 34 points for Michael Jordan, and the Cavs trail 66-65. Jordan with that big red 23 trimmed in black in his white home Chicago uniform. Aims and fires. Good. 35 for Jordan, and the Cavaliers trail by 2. 67-65. 4:06 to play, third quarter. Price into the forecourt of the left wing. Left side against Paxson. Price dribbling with the right hand. Looks out front to Hubbard. And a 3-second violation on Larry Nance. Gives the ball right back to Chicago. 67-65 Chicago. Oakley inbounds to Paxson, flips it over to Jordan, and Jordan will take it into the forecourt against Elo. Jordan on the left wing to the left side. Jordan on around, and Oakley picked to the top of the key. Lost the ball, but got it back in a big bounce. Jordan then swings across to the circle, unloads, no good. Ball comes down to Hubbard, gives the ball to Price. Price over the timeline into the forecourt. Price stops, drops it into Nance. Nance against Pippen over to Elo. Left wing 18-footer, good. Craig Elo with a dozen, and the Cavaliers tie it up again, this time at 67. Into the forecourt, Paxson. Paxson with a basketball on the left wing. And now what? Got an offensive foul off the ball on Pippen under the basket. That's Pippen's third foul. It gives the ball back to the Cavaliers. Game tied at 67. 3:15 to play, third quarter. Hubbard at the top of the three-point arc. Goes to the left side to Elo. Elo on the left into Hot Rod Williams. Hot Rod swings into the middle right hand. Hook off the rim. No. Ball slapped up in the air. Grabbed by Horace Grant. Grant in the backcourt. Gets the ball to Paxson. Paxson over the timeline into the forecourt of the left wing. Drops it down on the baseline to Jordan. Jordan works it back out into the corner. Jordan then penetrates into the lane. Flips it over to Pippen. Right side 12-footer. No good. Rebound run down by Larry Nance. The game's still tied. Ball to Elo. Elo takes it into the forecourt. 2:44 to play, third quarter. Elo between the circles on the three-point arc. Elo top of the key. Elo deals it into Hubbard. He turns, flips it up at the rim. No good. Rebound Pippen. Gives the ball to Oakley out to Paxson. Paxson into the forecourt of the right wing. Paxson, right wing against Price. Paxson dribbling with the right hand. 2:22 to play, third quarter. Give to Jordan. Jordan right side against Elo. Jordan turns, double team, baseline, lost the ball. Elo took it away, but he stepped to the baseline doing it. Bulls get the ball back. 2:15 to play. Here comes Curry into the ball game. Curry in with a basket for 2. And Mark Price sits down with 12 points. 67 all. 2:15 to play in the third quarter. Now Hugh Holland strolls over to the scorer's table to confer with the official scorer about something before inbounding the ball.
6 seconds.
They're going to leave the shot clock at 6 seconds. Elo made the steal, but the rule never had complete control, and therefore no change on the shot clock. Pippen on the baseline will inbound to the right of the basket against Nance. Give to Jordan. Jordan right corner against Curry. Unloads. Good. Michael Jordan with 37, and the Cavs trail 69-67. 2:05 to play, third quarter. Right wing, Elo. Elo lobs the ball into Nance. Nance hooks it up and in with a right hand. Larry Nance with 13. Cavaliers knotted up this time at 69. Bulls ball. Right side, Paxson to the top of the key. Shoots and hits. John Paxson with his first basket of the night. Bulls ahead 71-69. A minute and 39 to play, third quarter. Left wing, Elo. Elo against Jordan. Elo dribbling with the right hand. Jordan right there with him. Elo out front to Hot Rod. Hot Rod in the circle of the line. Off of the right to Nance. Nance against Pippen. Nance down to the baseline. Gets into the basket. Ball knocked away. And they'll give it to the Bulls. Here comes Sam Vincent in for Jordan. Vincent back in with 15. Jordan sits down with 37. Now they're going to turn around and give it to the Cavs. So the Cavs do get the ball back after all, although Madden had pointed to the other end of the floor. 5 on the shot clock. Hubbard inbounds Elo. Right wing from 20. Rim, no. Rebound, Curry brought it down. Knocked away by Oakley. Got it back, and then Paxson whacked it. Paxson with his second foul. And the Bulls fourth as a team. Now the Cavs get the ball with a new shot clock. 1:18 to play, third quarter. Hubbard top side to Elo. Elo between the circles. Vincent comes out on him. Elo hanging out of the basketball. Drives down the left side, gets underneath, skids to a stop, put it in, and he's fouled. Elo scores. He has 14. The game is tied at 71. And Craig Elo goes to the free throw line.
Watch out.
It'll be Craig Elo on the free throw line. Foul was on Sam Vincent. That's his third foul, putting the Bulls over the limit. 71 all, 1:08 to play, third quarter. Craig Elo shooting just a bit better than 2 out of every 3 during the regular season. Unloads good. 15 points for Elo, and the Cavaliers lead by 1. In the backcourt, Vincent. Vincent with 1:05 to play, third quarter. Lob down the right side to Pippen. Pippen on the baseline. Checked by Hot Rod. Back out to Vincent. Vincent between the circles. Less than a minute to play in the third quarter. Vincent top of the key. Give to Paxson. Right wing shot off the rim. No good. Rebound Oakley. Back up and in. Oakley with 6, and the Cavs trail 73-72. Elo comes into the forecourt. Elo on the right wing. 44 seconds to play of the period. Elo into Nance. Ball knocked away by Pippen. Back to Elo. He got hammered as he drove inside. Clotheslined unintentionally by Charles Oakley. Oakley picking up his second foul. The Cavs will shoot now the penalty, and Elo will shoot him. Elo moments ago hit his first free throw of the night. 73-72 Chicago. Elo's first free throw is good. Elo with 16, and the ball game is tied at 73. 38 seconds to play in the third quarter. Elo filling in for the injured Ron Harper, hit both free throws. Elo with 17 points in the game. Down the floor comes Pippen. The Cavs lead by 1. Out front to Vincent. Vincent standing at the base of the center circle. Washington still leading Detroit now in the third quarter by 9. Vincent, right wing Paxson, drops it into Grant. Turnaround 6-footer rim, no rebound. Elo. Elo comes out of the crowd with the ball. Elo into the forecourt. Elo to the circle. Flip under to Hubbard. Put it in, and he's fouled. Hubbard with his first basket of the night will look for a free throw to go with it.
John Paxson.
Foul on Paxson. That's his third.
His third penalty.
The Cavs are up 76-73. Hubbard will go to the free throw line. Second period, Dallas 47, Houston 43. Sellers in for Oakley in the Chicago lineup. Sellers back in with 3. Oakley sits down with 6. 76-73 Cleveland. 16 seconds to play, third quarter. Hubbard's free throw to the rim, and it falls off to Horace Grant. Grant clears it out to Pippen. Pippen to Vincent, and the Bulls will have the last shot of the third quarter. The Cavs lead by 3. Into the forecourt of the left side. Vincent down the sidelines, go with the dribble, brings it out on the wing. Turns, he shoots, in and out at the end of 3 quarters. The Cleveland Cavaliers 76, the Chicago Bulls 73.
So they gained 8 on the Bulls, and we're ready for the fourth quarter in just a moment.
Bulls 28-20 in the third quarter, and now lead 76-73 going to the final period here at Chicago Stadium in a game that is turning out to be exactly what most folks thought it would be, a nail-biter, a close affair right from start to finish. Second game Sunday, 3:30 Cleveland time. We'll be on the air at 3:15. From home next Tuesday, next Thursday if necessary. Both of those games at the Coliseum will be 8 o'clock affairs. Price returns to the Cavalier lineup. Corzine comes back into the Chicago lineup at the outset of the fourth quarter. Cavs will start the final period with the ball. Del Curry is the other guard. Hot Rod Williams remains in the center spot. Larry Nance at one forward and Phil Hubbard at the other. Cavs with the ball. Hubbard on the right side of the forecourt. Hubbard lobs under to Nance, got it, but lost it. Jordan broke it up, gave it to Corzine. Corzine to Paxson. Paxson into the forecourt. Paxson to the right wing, skids to a stop, give to Corzine. Corzine top of the key, right side to Jordan. Jordan walked with the ball, goes inside, reverse layup, good. Jordan with 39. And the Cavaliers lead by 1, 76-75. Into the forecourt. Price to the circle, checked by Paxson, goes left wing, bounce into Hubbard, turns in the lane, Shot blocked by Jordan out to Curry. 22-footer. Rim. No. Off the iron to Horace Grant. Grant flips the ball out to Paxson. Paxson over the timeline and into the forecourt. Whistle, and now what? Pippen and Nance started to square off, and a momentary delay of game to get him cooled off. Horace Grant will inbound the ball. Into the forecourt, Paxson. Paxson right side to Pippen. Pippen against Nance and out to Jordan. Wiggles inside, flips it over to Corzine. Left of the lane, up with the right-hander, no good. Rebound, banged around, and a loose ball fouled on the Bulls. This one, we got a technical foul on Pippen. Yep, Scottie Pippen. Nailed with a technical foul by Jack Madden. The loose ball foul is on Horace Grant. That's his third. I think Pippen may have been caught doing something that Jack Madden misconstrued. Price hit the free throw, the technical foul shot for his 13th point of the game. So the Cavaliers are up 77-75. Madden thought that Pippen was showing up by clapping in his face, but Pippen was just kind of building his zip and zingo back up and happened to do it at the wrong place. Price on the left side to Curry. Curry pressure from Jordan over to Hot Rod and whistling off the ball. Now what? We got Pippen and Nance tangling, and there's another foul on Scottie Pippen, and you knew that that was coming. Pippen with his fourth foul. That's the second one on the Bulls of the team. That's going to bring Oakley back into the ball game. They got to get Pippen out of there. A very wise move on the part of Doug Collins. Hubbard top side to Curry. Gives top of the key to Williams. Back to Curry for the three out front. In and out. Rebound comes off to Corzine, and Hot Rod grabbed him in the arm. Well, Hot Rod picks up his first foul. That'll give the ball back to Chicago. 77-75. Cleveland leads. 10:34 to go in the ball game. Paxson will bring the ball up to the timeline into the forecourt. Paxson on the right wing against Price. Paxson outside the three-point arc. Top side to Jordan. Jordan at the circle. Jordan goes into the lane. Whistle. Shot good. And foul call. Foul is on Curry. Well, Curry picks up his first. Second on the Cavs is the team. Brad Daugherty comes back into the ball game for Nance. Jordan with a basket has 41. He'll look for 42 with the free throw. Here comes Craig Elo back into the ball game. Elo in with 17. Curry sits down with 2. 77-77. Jordan at the free throw line trying to untie it, and he does. So the Bulls are up 78-77 reading and 10:19 to play. Elo into the forecourt, comes down the right side against Jordan. On the right wing, gives to Price. Price at the three-point line, whips the ball to Daugherty, goes down the lane, and a foul is called in the steal try by Jordan. Michael Jordan with a steal try and the foul. That is his second, and the third on the Bulls as a team. 78-77 Chicago. 10:08 to play in the ball game. Elo with a basketball. Right side Price on the wing from 20. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound grab by Jordan. Jordan heads down the floor into the forecourt on the wing. Jordan then right of the lane down to the baseline. Gets in under the basket. Gave it to Grant. Ball knocked free. Whistle and a jump ball. A jump ball is called. A whistle and a technical foul on Doug Collins. So Jack Madden is spreading the happiness around. Mark Price will be shooting the technical foul. Price had a technical foul a minute ago, and now we'll try another one. 78-77 Chicago. Free throw, no good. So Mark Price missed the technical foul shot to keep the Bulls on top by 1. Sanders is going to come back into the ball game. There's going to be a jump ball. Sanders comes in for Hubbard. Sanders back in with 18 points and 4 fouls. Hubbard sits down with 2 points. The tap outside to Paxson. Paxson around Corzine to the right side, into the corner, back out to Corzine. Corzine over to Oakley. Oakley on the left wing, pass inside for Grant, knocked away by Sanders, and Sanders will get a foul out of it. And Sanders picks up his 5th foul. That's 3 on the Cavs as a team. 78-77 Chicago with 9:42 to play in the ball game, and Larry Nance will be back in at the next opportunity. Grant to Paxson. Top side to Oakley, turns, feeds it in to Jordan. Jordan hooks around Elo, runs into Sanders. The ball knocked free. Elo grabs it, clears behind him to Price. Left wing Elo drives to the basket, gave it to Doherty, put it on the rim. No good. Rebound Oakley. Out to Jordan. Jordan flips to Oakley, flips it over to Grant, who slams it. Grant with 6. 80-77 Bulls. And if Chicago wins this game, that turn of events could be the reason why. The Cavs are going to take time. 9:13 to play in the ball game. The Bulls by 3, and we will take this timeout. It is 80-77. The Bulls lead by 3 with 9:13 to play in the ball game. A turn of events that has seen the Cavs blow a bunny at one end as Doherty missed a layup, and the Bulls came right down to the other end, and Horace Grant finished it up with a slam. And the crowd is very definitely 100% back into the ball game. Paxson, Jordan, Grant, Oakley, and Corzine for the Bulls. The Cavs counter with Elo, Price, Williams, Nance, and Doherty. Elo far side of the forecourt, inbounds the ball. Nance with it, top side to Doherty on the left wing to Price. Price with the basketball, hooks to Doherty, drives into Oakley, puts up a 6-footer to the rim, no. Tip on the rim, no. Rebound, Corzine. Corzine in the backcourt. Turns around, gives to Paxson. Paxson will take the ball to the timeline into the forecourt. Paxson on the right wing. Dribbling with the right hand, 8:52 to play. Out front to Oakley. Oakley back on the right wing to Paxson. Drops it down deep to Jordan. Jordan baseline right, double team by Elo and Price out of the right wing to Paxson. Right of the lane for the 10-footer, good. Paxson with 4, and it is now 82-77. The Bulls by 5 with 8:32 to play. 3-point arc, Elo. Elo deals it right side, Price. Price double team. Back out to Doherty. Top side, Elo fakes the 20-footer, goes to the lane, 12-footer in and out. Rebound grab by Michael Jordan. Jordan with the Bulls ball into the forecourt. Takes it down to the 3-point arc around Corzine on the right side of the forecourt against Elo. 8:10 to play in the ball game. Jordan heads into the middle, put it up, no. Block, grab by Elo. Elo coming down the floor with the ball. Elo runs into Paxson, the whistle, and the blocking foul on Paxson. That's 4 fouls on John Paxson, and the 4th one of the Bulls as a team. It'll be Cavs ball. They're down by 5. 8:02 to play in the ball game. Hot Rod Williams will inbound. Gives the ball out front to Price. Price between the circles, goes to the right wing. Price with the basketball against Paxson outside the 3-point arc. Paxson deals the ball to Nance. Nance right of the lane. Bounce out to Elo. Off of the left side. Williams from 12. Back of the rim with a shot. No. Nance to the rebound, but hold the horn. We got a loose ball foul on Larry Nance. Nance picking up his 2nd, and the Cavaliers' 4th team foul. Bulls basketball, 7:46 to play. They lead by 5. Paxson takes the ball into the forecourt. Paxson on the right wing, 7:40 to go. Paxson working down in front of the Bulls bench against Price. Brings it out on the right wing, stops into Corzine, turns right of the lane, 8-footer up, good! Corzine with 6, and it is 84-77, the Bulls. Right wing Price. Bounce inside to Nance. Nance bounce outside to Elo for a 3. Off the rim, no. Rebound Oakley. Oakley in the backcourt. Winds up, lets her fly to Jordan. Goes down, puts it up, over the hoop, no, but fouled. And a technical foul on Craig Elo, who says, I didn't touch it. And Hugh Holland says, technical foul. And Jordan is down. So Elo with the personal foul, number 3. The technical foul from Hugh Holland. Jordan is on the floor being tended to by Mark Feil. It's his right knee. And with this, a timeout called by the Cavs. 7:10 to play in the ball game. The Bulls lead 84-77, and we will take this timeout.
Spain. We'll watch again and see if we can take a look at what happens. He goes up, he'll hit the ground when he comes down with this pass. Let's keep a look on that right knee. Hits the deck, went up, got hit, and now when he came down, there he goes, and now the knee grabs the side of it. Now, I don't know. I couldn't see where any contact came, whether he just landed funny. It didn't seem to happen while he was in the air, but whatever happened, it hurts a lot. Now, it could very well be that he cramped. He's been very tired. Take another look at him going down, because when you get a cramp, it really makes you hurt, and you'll hit the deck, and I hope that's it. Looks like there's a knot on that right side, but he's holding on, as you see, right there to the right knee.
And look at the media, the eyes of the world looking at the most exciting player in the NBA who is down on the baseline at Chicago Stadium. Jordan with 42 points in this game, and remember, everything in Chicago's camp riding on this man.
If we can see what they're doing to his knee and get a wider shot of it and see what they're doing to it, you can take a look and see if it indeed would be a cramp, because they'll be working on him in a different fashion if he cramped. But if they're doing tests for that knee, then you have serious problems. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's testing the knee. See, they're testing for, that's cartilage or ligament testing that they're doing. When they're turning that foot and they're grabbing onto it in that fashion, that's a definite test to see whether or not there was ligament or cartilage damage done. It does not.
All right, we're back here in Chicago. 7:10 to play in the ball game. The Cavaliers 84-77 on the short side of the board, but the main concern right now is on Michael Jordan, who has just now been helped to his feet and is walking over to the Chicago bench and appears to be walking all right. In fact, he's going to stay in the ball game. Doug Collins checks with him to make sure that he's all right. Jordan, after coming by Elo, tripped over Elo's foot and went down. And it looked for a while as though the Bulls were going to be in a lot more trouble than they could possibly imagine as the franchise was on the floor. But with 7:10 to go, he's going to be back into the ball game. Price, Elo, Nance, Williams, and Doherty for the Cavs. And Ronnie Wilkins wants to know, whose timeout is this? Bulls may or may not have taken a 20. Be that as it may, Jordan, Paxson, Corzine, Oakley, and Grant are ready to do battle for Chicago with a 7-point lead in 7:10. Jordan hits the free throw. Well, Michael Jordan makes it 85-77 and has 43 points in the ball game. Jordan ready again. 11 was Chicago's largest lead in the second quarter, and the Cavs actually came back to lead by 3 at the end of 3. Jordan hit them both. 44 points for Michael Jordan, and now another one for the technical foul. 86-77. And he hit them all. 45 for Jordan, and the Chicago Bulls lead by 10. And into the forecourt. Doherty with it on the right side to Nance, a whistle, and now what? Off the ball. The foul is on Horace Grant. Nope, they're going to give it to Oakley. Oakley with his third foul. Both teams over the limit. Jack Madden and Hugh Hollins now working very hard to make sure they keep this game under control. It's 87-77. The Bulls by 10 with 7:01 to go, and Elo on the free throw line. And the Chicago crowd greets him as you probably would expect, and he follows with a missed free throw. There was nothing deliberate or intentional about the foul of Jordan, but the Chicago faithful saw their franchise lying there, and Elo blew both free throws. 87-77 Chicago. Paxson takes it to the timeline with 6:54 to play. Paxson sideline right against Price. Out front, Jordan top of the key. Shot didn't go. Rebound, hot rod out to Elo. Elo into the forecourt, drives the wing, goes to the circle. Double team off of the left side, threw it away. That gives the ball back to the Chicago Bulls. Lenny Wilkins trying to get Elo to get back in the ball game. Off of the right wing, Paxson. Paxson on the right sideline. Paxson dribbling with the right hand. Out front gives to Jordan. Jordan top of the key against Elo. Gives by him off of the left side. Horace Grant unloads. Good! Horace Grant with 8, and the Bulls have taken command. 89-77 with 6:15 to go in the ball game. Price out front to Doherty. Doherty on the three-point arc, off of the left side of Nance. Nance holding the ball over his head, deals the ball to Price. Price goes into the lane, and the crowd put it up at the rim. No good. Rebound, Corzine. Corzine out to Jordan. Jordan in the backcourt, looks down floor, gives the ball behind her to Paxson. Paxson into the forecourt of the right wing. Paxson dribbling with the right hand. Bounce down to Jordan. Baseline right. Comes around Elo. Up with the left-hander. On the rim, no. Rebound, Doherty. Brad Doherty for the Cavs clears the ball out to Price. Price over the timeline, down to the circle. Bounce to Elo. Drives and scores. Greg Elo with 19 points in the ball game. And the Cavaliers cut it down to 10 again at 89-79. Jordan on the left wing. Jordan on the three-point arc. Over to Oakley, right of the circle. Drops it down the right side. Paxson to the baseline. Paxson back out to Oakley from the circle. Shoots good. Charles Oakley with 8, and the Bulls are up on top 91-79. 5:12 to play. And the Cavs might take a timeout. No, it's just a delay for them to retrieve the basketball. 5 minutes and 11 seconds to go, and the Cavs are down by 12. Into the forecourt, Mark Price, top side of Doherty. Doherty on the three-point arc. Doherty off of the right side to Nance. Nance gives the ball to Price. Price in the circle, unloads the shot. Good.
Mark Price.
Mark Price has 15 points in the game. Cavs down 91-81. 4:48 to play in the ball game. Into the forecourt, Paxson on the right wing. Paxson against Price. Paxson dribbling with the right hand, deals it top side to Jordan. Jordan on the three-point arc. Jordan top of the key, drives into the lane, back out to Grant, and Grant walked with the ball going into the middle. 91-81 Bulls, 4:34 to play. Mavericks now lead Houston 61-46 in the third quarter at Reunion Arena. Into the forecourt, Price to the right wing. Price on the right sideline against Paxson into Doherty. Doherty double team down to the baseline. Corzine gave him a shove. Ball out to Elo. Give to Nance from the circle. Shoots. Good. Larry Nance with 15. Cavaliers 91-83 trailing by 8 and 4:15 to go. Bulls with a lead in the ball into the forecourt. Paxson. Paxson on the left wing between the circles over to the right wing. Paxson to the sideline against Mark Price. Back out front to Oakley. The alley-oop into Jordan, knocked away by Nance. And they call goaltending. It was an alley-oop pass, but it came down by the basket. And Nance is called for goaltending. 93-83 Bulls. Lenny Wilkins is beside himself. And what do they have now? Now they say it should be a 3. The Cavs are going to take a 20, I believe. Lenny Wilkins is out on the floor. Madden and Hollins are conferring. 4 minutes and 1 second to go. The scoreboard shows the Bulls by 10. If that was goaltending, the alley-oop lob could well have been a three-pointer. Lenny Wilkins talking to Jack Madden. Doug Collins comes down to get in on the conversation. Brian Winters wants to make sure that Lenny Wilkins does not stray into technical foul territory. 4:01 to play in the ball game. And the Cavs trailing by at least 10. We'll have to wait to get a final official verdict. Cavaliers wanted a 20. They certainly took a 20, and now Madden's going to charge them with a 20. So the Cavs get charged for the 20. The count stands at 93-83. Now the Bulls take a timeout. So the Bulls will take a full timeout. It's 4:01 to play, 93-83 Chicago, and we will take this timeout. Well, before we do anything else, let's pause for station identification. This is the Cleveland Cavaliers Radio Basketball Network.
After the game, you'll hear a special blend of your soft favorites mixed in with the very best in new age and soft jazz music on 102.1 FM, the new WDOK Cleveland.
Paxson got credit for a two-point basket on the goaltending call when Nance slapped the ball away from Jordan right at the basket. Well, the Cavs do get the ball back, but they're running out of time, down by 10. Top side to Nance. Nance in the circle. Nance over to Price. Price out front. Deflected pass back to Nance. From Price. Nance baseline shot is good. Larry Nance with 17, and the Cavaliers trail by 8, 93-85, 3:39 to play. Up to the timeline into the forecourt. Paxson to the left wing against Price. Paxson sideline left. Paxson deals the ball down into the corner to Jordan. Jordan in the left corner, comes around Corzine left of the circle. Back out to Corzine, deflected ball, goes to the sideline, out of bounds, Bulls ball. 7 on the shot clock, 93-85, Chicago leads, 3:24 to play. Second game, Sunday afternoon, 3:30 Cleveland time. We're on at 3:15. Jordan, left sideline. Jordan puts up a jumper off the rim, no good. Ball outside to Price. Price comes over the timeline into the forecourt. Give the ball to Doherty, back to Price. Price out front to Elo. Elo unloads the three, off the rim, no good. Rebound, grabbed by Oakley. Down the floor to Jordan. Jordan into the forecourt of the left wing. 3:03 to go. Jordan on the left wing against Elo. Jordan outside the three-point arc. Jordan goes to the circle, down the lane, put it up and in. Jordan now with 47, and the Cavs trail by 10, 95-85, 2:48 to go. Price on the left wing, the ball then to Doherty, the whistle, the foul was on Corzine for hanging on. So Corzine picks up his first foul. Both teams are over the limit. Doherty goes to the free throw line. It has been a long, tough night for Brad Doherty. Saddled with foul trouble, having a difficult time shooting the basketball. He's just 3 for 9 and being pretty well taken off the boards. At the free throw line, he's 2 for 2, has only 8 points in the game. Doherty's first is good. Brad Doherty with 9, and the Cavaliers are down by 9, 95-86, 2:46 to go. Brad Doherty ready again, line to the left. Sights it, shoots it, in and out. Rebound, Oakley. Oakley in the backcourt. Oakley now with 13 rebounds, making 14 rebounds in the game. Into the forecourt, Paxson on the right wing. Paxson against Price. Top of the key. Give to Jordan, runs it into the middle, into the air, flips the ball to Oakley, fights up a shot that doesn't drop. Rebound grabbed by Nance. Nance to Elo down the right side to Price. Price whips the ball into Doherty, turns baseline, hooks it up and in, and he's fouled.
Basket by Doherty.
So Doherty with 11. He'll look for 12 at the line. Foul is on Michael Jordan. That's his third. One shot for Doherty. It's 95-88 with 2:19 to go. Mavericks running away from Houston now, 69-52 down at Reunion Arena. Doherty on the free throw line. One shot coming after the basket. Up. Good. Brad Doherty with 12, and the Cavaliers trail by 6. Paxson against pressure in the backcourt. Paxson coming up to the timeline, works it into the forecourt to the right wing. Paxson against Price, and out front to Jordan. Around to the left to Horace Grant. Grant outside to Oakley. Oakley on the three-point arc. Oakley gives the ball to Paxson on the right wing. Drops it into Grant. Grant muscles up a shot deflected by Sanders. By Jordan. Well, they'll say Oakley tipped it in. They were both up there poking at it, and driving to the other end is Price. Put it up at the rim, and it fell off, but he was fouled driving to the basket. Foul on Paxson. Paxson with 5. Penalty situation puts Price at the line for 2. Price has 15 points in the ball game, 97-89 in favor of Chicago. 1:54 to go in the ball game. One up, one in. 16 points for Mark Price. That's his seasonal average. He hits this one. He has 17. That's his average against the Bulls. He does. 17 for Price. 97-91 Bulls. Oakley into Corzine in the backcourt. Gives behind him to Jordan, and Jordan will bring it ahead. Jordan up over the timeline into the forecourt. Jordan on the right wing. Jordan dribbling with the right hand. Cuts to the circle. Down the lane. Puts it up. Blocked by Nance, but the ball went in anyway. Jordan with outstanding power in the air managed to force it in right over Larry Nance. Nance That's with his third foul. Jordan with a basket has 49. The free throw would give him 50. And it is 1:40 to go, 99-91 in favor of the Chicago Bulls. Jordan looking for his 50th point of the night. Got it. He has exactly one half of Chicago's points. 100-91, Chicago. Price into the forecourt of the right wing. Whips the ball to Doherty. Bounce outside by Nance. Ball loose on the floor. Grant gets there first. Grant deals it down to Oakley, who drives it home with a left-hand slam. 12 for Oakley, and the Cavs are going to have to wait until Sunday. 1:26 to play in the ball game. The Bulls by 11, and we will take this timeout. Cavs coming out with Elo and Price at the guards. Sanders and Nance are the forwards, and Doherty at center. Bulls with Jordan, with Paxson, Grant, Oakley, and Corzine. Cavs with the ball at center floor, trailing by 11. The ball into Elo. Top side to Doherty on the three-point arc, top of the key. Doherty looking, deals right wing to Sanders. Sanders out to the three-point arc, then drives into the lane. As he tried to step into the hoop, he was fouled. No, they're going to call walking rather than the foul. Hollins got ready to call the foul, and Madden overruled him with a walking call. 102-91 Chicago with 1:14 to play, and here comes Sam Vincent back into the ball game. Vincent returning with 15, and Horace Grant sits down with 8. Ball lobbed into Vincent in the backcourt. Vincent against Sanders. Vincent and Sanders one-on-one to the timeline into the forecourt with 1:08 to go. The give to Jordan. Jordan with a basketball, dribbling with the right hand down to 1 minute to play. The Bulls lead by 11. Off on the right wing, Jordan down to the baseline, lost the ball, picked up by Doherty, feeds it the other way by Sanders, all the way to the other end of the floor and out of bounds. Chicago gets it back. Here comes Del Curry in. Curry with 2 points and a foul coming in, and the Bulls will take time. We'll keep it here. We've paid the rent. So the Chicago Bulls, with 53 seconds to go, leading 102-91 at Chicago Stadium. Hey, the Cavaliers present Cap's Hoop Line. That's an audio service featuring quality voice actualities of Cavs players and coaches, as well as Cavs updates. Cavs Hoop Line is on 24 hours a day for both fans and media, and the number is 659-2222. Other scores: Detroit 73, Washington 63 in the fourth quarter, and Dallas 69, Houston 52 in the third quarter. Later tonight, Utah will be playing at Portland. Well, the Cavaliers down by 11 in the second period, came back to lead by 3 at the end of 3, but the Bulls, after the game was tied at 77, had a turnaround play when Doherty blew a layup, and the Bulls took the rebound, went to the other end, and in some fancy passing, Horace Grant ended up slamming the ball, and that put the Bulls up by 3 at 80-77, put the crowd totally back into the game, and the Bulls have been on top and in command ever since. So 102-91 Chicago with 53 seconds to play. The same two teams play Sunday afternoon right here in the Chicago Stadium. Here's the attendance. I think he said 18,676. That's it. The listed capacity for Chicago Stadium is 17,458 for basketball. So they have well over 1,000 standees in here tonight. And they've also put some other temporary seating at the end of the floor, both ends. Well, the Bulls with the ball. Horace Grant will inbound it. 53 seconds to go. Doug Collins wanting to make sure that nothing crazy happens here in the closing minute. Ball into Jordan. Give it to Jordan. You got a pretty good chance of things staying your way. Jordan just dribbling out of the timeline. He's just going to kill that clock. It's down to 13 on the shot clock. Down to 10 with 39 seconds to go. The bounce to Grant. Right corner. Paxson fires off the rim. No good. Rebound Larry Nance. Out to Price. Price over the timeline. Feeds it between Curry and Elo and out of bounds. 102-91 Bulls, 28 seconds left. Bulls will take a 1-0 lead in the series. Ball into Jordan, pressured in the backcourt by Elo. Jordan and Elo one-on-one to the timeline. Jordan dribbles and then bounced the ball off Elo, not out of bounds. 21 seconds left. Bulls a 102-91 leader. Horace Grant will inbound. Gets the ball to Jordan. Jordan on the sideline against Elo. Jordan sideline left 17 seconds. All Michael has to do is hang on to the ball, and if he hangs right down to the end of the shot clock, there's still only 4 seconds left. Give to Vincent. Vincent to the circle, down the lane, lays it up, rim and in. So Vincent with 17, 104-91, 6 seconds to go. Curry underneath to Elo, pops it in. Elo has 21, and that will make it 104-93, and that's the ball game. Final score, the Chicago Bulls 104, the Cleveland Cavaliers 93, and we'll be back to wrap it up after this timeout.
He certainly had some very intense moments. When Michael Jordan went down, Rick Barry's going to talk to Doug Collins as he comes over here right now. Doug Collins, one of the candidates for Coach of the Year. You see Lenny Wilkins going in to regroup, and don't count him or the Cleveland Cavaliers out. Remember, these two teams broke even 3 games apiece in the regular season, both getting a win at the away from home. So even though Cleveland lost tonight, you know they'll regroup. Ron Harper will be back for the game on Sunday, and perhaps they'll put Doherty in the low post a little bit more. So Rick Barry getting set right now to talk to Doug Collins about this game. We appreciate the Chicago coach coming over here to chat with us, and as we untangle wires, Rick will talk to him in just a moment. But Michael Jordan had a great night. 50 points, the 5th time this year that Jordan got the 50s, and for the first time since 1981, Chicago has won the opening game in the first round of a playoff contest. And now here's Rick Barry and Doug Collins.
Well, Doug, things went pretty good for you there late in the ball game, but you had some anxious moments. How did you think things went according to your game plan?
Well, you know, Rick, I thought we did a real good job. I thought the thing that hurt us in the 3rd quarter, we had a 6-point lead and we got real sloppy with our passing, and the only thing they really hurt us with was transition baskets. So when we made them run set offense in the half court, we feel like we did a real good job against them.
Well, I know in your morning workout you worked a great deal against the ball, about the ball going in low to Doherty, yet he wasn't down there very much. Did that make you happy?
Well, yeah, we were very pleased to keep it out of his hands. We just assumed the other guys shoot the ball from the perimeter, you know. I think when we broke the game open was when we forced him to shoot jump shots, and we didn't give him any second shots. And then we started getting some offensive production from our inside people. I was really concerned at half. 40 of our 53 points came from the guards.
Yeah, well, you did a great job, and I know that your heart's happy to be back down there and out of your throat when Michael went down. Good luck.